Why, hello there, fellow hunters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus. Episode 16. Embracing wholesale slaughter for epoxy. So I'm just wandering around hunting for a little bit of meat and a little bit of epoxy. It might make sense to like go, you know what, maybe I'll do that. Also, why is this purple? Oh, I never returned it to orbit, did I? What I was going to say is it might make sense for me to take on a mission that has me doing like a wave survival mechanic for the benefit of getting just a whole bunch of epoxy and meat. So that instead of having to go find the animals, they come to me. Because having to find the animals gets tedious. And maybe protecting a drone that fell is a better use of my time. So I'll go do a drone mission for resources. Because I think one was offered. Yep, down drone. So I'll do that in just a second. I want to prepare first, because the drone missions have a habit of breaking your knives and bows. Because of how much stuff shows up. So I'm going to want as much preparation for that as possible. Not that it's difficult, but I'll be blowing through my resources for sure. My oxygen water's fine. The bigger jugs, like, don't need refilling frequently. Bow's repaired. I don't have a lot of arrows, but the wolves will be doing the brunt of the work for me, so I don't need to worry about that. I got bandages, I got sutures. They've recently fed and been pet. So I'm going to wait for maybe a little bit more prime meat to come off the grill. That's good enough. Alright, let's go do a drone for resources. So simple quest, down drone. It's that way. Oh, it only gave me 10 minutes. Less time than before. I don't need daylight. The wolves are going to be doing all the fighting, more or less. And they don't... So the wolves don't care. Light level isn't a thing for pets. Makes no difference to them. But thanks for looking out for me. I'm just not all that concerned. If anything, because I can highlight targets, like, I can see in the dark in that way. I'll probably end up just getting attacked by a bunch of wolves, but I hope that they're boar. I mean, they might just send me bears too. Mini bears, baby cubs. And we're almost there. Who fell behind? Ragtatter did this time. There's the drone. In the most horrible visibility due to the saplings as possible. Yay! Both my pets are here. Good. So they'll be fighting the cave worms and the wolves or whatever shows up. Oh, I forgot to interact with it. Derp. There we go. It would help to actually start the fight. This one is has less time, less health, but it should be fine. And this is a pretty good way to power level wolves, because what they have to fight isn't overwhelming. Which some of the events are kind of overwhelming. Oops, sorry. Kill stole. And as long as I'm periodically petting them, their endless hunger is going to keep them from getting hurt much. Ooh, I wish I had my taxidermy knife for this jaguar. I mean, I could bring them back home, I guess. Yeah, I'll set them aside and taxidermy them later. But I'm sure you can tell the difference of, like, how chill it is with the wolves doing all the murder. Oh, hello. Naughty. I guess I got jaguars instead of, wolves. Because this is a harder difficulty. Works for me. Bring it on. Oh, no, here's a wolf. Spoke too soon. Checking on the 100% and 100%. They're not even hurt. Endless hunger, they heal 30% every kill. So as long as they're just continually killing stuff, it's like not a big deal for them to just murder everything. Honestly, the issue here is to figure out what is skinnable, because it's hard to notice when they kill something that's worth skinning. Because the cave worms obviously aren't worth it, skinning-wise. Hey! Don't spit on me. Oh, a storm in the middle of this? Ah, that's fun. It's a small storm. It's not gonna be too bad. Canadian Hussey's leveled up. Ragtatter is leveled up. And they're still slaying everything around. I guess the jaguar is going for me now. Or a wolf. I'm completely unconcerned about my wounds, because I have healing tonics on me that I've not ever touched yet. So that's why I'm just, like, tanking poison. Because if I care, I can just take a health recovery tonic and gain 250. Even in a storm, you know, whatever. We're almost done. Ooh, stringy meat. Nice! So I'm going to stop eating this stuff for stringy. Alright, the wolves aren't keeping up with deworming, so I gotta be the ivermectin myself. No, don't touch my drone. More stringy meat. Nice. Is that a jaguar? Yes, it is. One shot to the head. I'm going to skin the old one, because the old one is more decayed than the new one. I'm keeping one jaguar for the trophy. And we're done. So my reward for the drone is over here, and I ended up with an okay amount of bone. I mean, most of this is cave worms. Iron spear? Yeah, let's get the iron spear. I don't yet have a melee weapon, so that's my new melee weapon. Swanky, thank you for gifting out a sub. And then the other items, the iron javelin, I'm just going to destroy for their ingots. Because, as you can see, those javelins had a lot of ingots in them. Which is why I chose that as a reward over, like, farming or fish. I don't need farming seeds or fish. Almost always. The hell was that? I was stuck my head in the jaguar's butt. I think. Pretty erotic. Happy holidays to you too. Alright, we're almost home. You wouldn't know it because of the... Now, stop with the cat butt. I'm not too concerned about the exposure damage. Once I get back home, it'll heal. Sorry about the absolute darkness that you see here. It's just... And then... cat butt. But we're back. Alright, taxidermy knife. Check. Taxidermy knife into my knife slot. Check. Skin in the jaguar for its head. Check. Alright, none of my stuff is storm vulnerable right now, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues with that. Do I already have a jaguar, though? I don't think I do. No, I don't. I have a snow leopard, but not a jaguar. So... there we go. There's no organization here. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just... random wall of cozy, I guess. Alright. Done and done. Purpose of that was for the epoxy. I didn't get a lot, but like I got some. And then also for the varietal meats. So I got stringy meat, which is going to become the meat of choice that I'll eat here in a moment. And then gamey. So we have bacon, game, and stringy. The wolves are going to eat watermelon. And they're drinking water through the wall. Cool. Where's my other wolf? There you are. And this wolf got a little hypothermic due to the storm. Whatever. Now that I have the epoxy, we should be able to get that water pump, finally. And this is by no means the most efficient way to get epoxy. Like, truly it is not. But it does level stuff up. So speaking about levels up, I got talent points. Did anyone end up mentioning where, like, the big game hunter extra meat was? If not, it's fine. I mean, it's not a big deal. So, let's get pack lightly for weight capacity. It's in Fine Butcher. Where is Fine Butcher? What tree is that in? Under hunting. Ah, okay. Hunting. I thought it was in there. Oh, yeah, there it is. Increase meat yield. No, that's fine, Butcher 2. Fine Butcher 1? I thought that was, I thought it was prime meat. I'm talking about, like, increased prime meat, not just regular meat. And then let's also level up the dogs. So Hussy now has max Wild Fortitude for 1243 health, max Tough as Leather, maxed Endless Hunger, and I'm going to start going for Perfect Pasturage so that they can forage for their own. Oh, the weapon is for the prime meat. Yeah, right. That's an attachment, right? Knife attachments. Yes, 15% chance to find additional rare meat while skinning. Thank you. I'm dumb. I knew it existed, I just forgot where it was. So I'll probably get that as an attachment on my knife. But probably not my iron knife. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's make that for sure. So, steel ingot for epoxy. And then carbon fiber, steel screw, wood. Thought I had more carbon fiber. Do I not? I guess I don't. And then I probably want a titanium knife to also increase my yields. Because I'm essentially just tired of, like, having to go skin things for more food. So I'm trying to solve that problem holistically. Oh, I didn't smelt this carbon fiber. That doesn't help. Because the titanium got in the way. Come on. Come on! There we go. Once I get the attachment, I'll make a titanium knife, too. So that it's, like, super efficient. Because I am quite tired of my not fulfilling my food needs. Because, fulfilling my food needs gives me extra XP, leveling me up faster, so it's kind of like important. And there's certainly better foods for me to try to work towards too. Don't get me wrong. These basic meats aren't the best. They're just very bang for your buck convenient because they're just easy to obtain. So if I wanted the titanium knife, I have the titanium. I need steel, a little bit more carbon fiber, which I need epoxy and organic resin for. So Ragtatter, we also need to level you up. So maxing out Tough as Leather, maxing out Wild Fortitude, and then getting Perfect Pasturage. Are you the same level now? 14 and 14? Yeah, he caught up. Sweet. So there's the attachment, and I want to make a knife worthy of putting that attachment on it. So I have got two carbon fiber. Let's make all 11 of it. Just max out my carbon fiber. Carbon fiber has been a recurring, annoying requirement that I've neglected. And having a carbon fiber knife, or a titanium rather, knife, will be really nice for a lot of other reasons too. So I get more bone for more epoxy, I get more prime meat because it's a higher yield, so there's just a ton of reasons to do it. Which means this steel knife is destroyed. So steel screws. I'm going to make another batch of it. Because I was low. Carbon fiber. And what was the last thing? Epoxy? 2 more epoxy. Where'd I put my epoxy? 1 epoxy there. I am out of epoxy. There's another path to epoxy, which is sulfur and tree sap, but I'll just get more bone. Which is funny, because I only have a taxidermy knife now to get bone, but I'll use my taxidermy knife. It works well enough for bone. Alright. Y'all need to die so that I can have a nicer knife. Stop running. I'm lazy. Come on. Just keel over for me, please. Stop it! Putting you out of your misery. You're like a porcupine now. Which is funny, because I can see, like, the floating arrows from a distance. And the, like, lack of a health bar. Alright, not gonna need the head. It's probably gonna bother me that I have all these, like, uncollected arrows around, because I can see them. So I'll go pick up my missed shots. Because otherwise they just become like floating reminders of my inadequate inaccuracy. They do despawn pretty quickly, to be fair. So it wouldn't stick around forever. Make it a little epoxy. And there we go. Titanium knife. Done. Stamping it out. And sorry, Titanium X. You're still... eventually. Just a lot of other stuff got in the way, didn't it? Alright. I would say... at this point, it's pretty safe to say I don't need much more fur or leather or fiber, because, like... I've been making ropes out of it because I don't have room for it. So I can probably stop collecting that stuff. And fetching the knife and putting the prime meat on it. And that should keep me pretty well fed. And then after this, I'm finally back to getting the damn purifier, the electric pump. So, concrete mix is all I'm missing for it. And stone is really all I'm missing for that, which is easy enough to get. But there we go. Now I get 225% yield from skinning, with a 30% additional yield from butchering animals, and a 15% additional chance for rare meat. Up from, I believe, a steel knife? Which steel knives sit at 200% yield. So, a whole bunch of extra meat. And then if I really, really, really want prime meat, I can also get the other butchery talents, but I don't think it's all that important. Beyond what I've already done. So yeah, get stone. And now that I have a titanium pickaxe, like, stone is no big deal. Either. This thing obliterates nodes. What are you doing? Do you want me to kill you? Like... pretty uncompelling if the answer is no. Running straight at me. Actually, let's test out the new knife. See if I get lucky with a prime meat. Is farmable food better than meat? It can be. It depends on what you're making. But the counter-argument is this. If you spend a lot of time trying to produce good food that would have otherwise been spent doing other things for more experience, then it's actually not a net positive. So, spending a lot of time farming. I'm not going to say I'm never going to farm, but spending a lot of time farming so that I can have the perfect meal is more effort than it's worth in some cases because I miss out. There's an opportunity cost, essentially, if that makes sense. And it's not to say that everything has to be about efficiency. I would be happy to farm. It's not that hard to farm in the game. It's just I haven't bothered to start that process yet. Alright, so we're missing just concrete mix for the pump, I think. And we needed 15. How much did I just queue up? 15. Plus 3. So 18. So we're good. We got everything we need for the pump. Then after we get the pump, we're probably going to want to filter our water. The advantage of filtering the water is there's a bigger bonus to purified water than there is filtered water. So up until now, we've been drinking filtered water through charcoal, but this is a like reverse osmosis level purification, which is even yummier water, if you will. And I want to set up an electric water purifier too as part of this project. So that's 2 titanium plates, aluminum, which hopefully we have. Yeah, we have it. And more electronics. So the electronics is, again, epoxy. Question, I think what I'll do is I'm going to head to, like, L10 for epoxy, for bones, because there's also a lot of boars that spawn up here, and that would be good to fulfill my, like, desire for bacon. There's another recipe called crispy bacon, which if I had a kitchen stove, I could make. What am I missing for a kitchen stove? Because that's, like, an easy one. Once you have bacon, you can get crispy bacon, which is just animal fat plus bacon. And that's just another massive XP bonus. So, kitchen stove, electric stove is... Never mind, it requires components. Or composites. Because can you make crispy bacon on this? No, I don't think you can, because it requires a prep table. So if I wanted crispy bacon and I didn't want composites, I would have to do, like, a biofuel stove as a stopgap, because that allows for crispy bacon, but it's not worth it, because then that stove becomes obsolete. That's more effort than it's worth. All right, so electric pump. After I get the electric pump, what should I do? I'll leave it up to you. And at this point, I probably have the ability to go do bigger contracts if you want. So if that nudges you to vote for undertake a contract, feel free to vote for that. So I'll put my electric pump under the bridge. It doesn't need to be protected from storms. That's not a thing. I'm just putting it under the bridge because why not? Alright, powered on with the electric tool. There we go. And then we need the water tool. And I don't have anywhere to pump the water yet, but let's run water lines into the base. Parallel with our power lines, more or less. Come on. Stop being stupid bunnies. There we go. And I'll just hook it up from there. I know that the cement mixer benefits from water. So this is probably not where the cement mixer is going to be, where it will exist forever. But there we go. We have a plumbed cement mixer now. And the reason I wanted this is for the purifier. So I need 10 electronics for the purifier. So let's see if I can manage that with the epoxy I don't currently have. So we'll I'm going to get a little bit of epoxy so I can drink nicer water. That's worth it to me. And for that, I'm headed north to Boar Country for the epoxy. Killing everything on the way there that is yummy. Speaking of yummy, you guys hungry yet? Dogs, wherever you are. No, you weren't that hungry. You were, though. There you go. There's your food. Yeah, the smoker and the salting station are invaluable if you want nicer food. Even I would go so far as to say the drying rack, which you get at like tier 1 or tier 0, more or less. Like, you get it immediately. Can make food that does not spoil quickly. This thing. So that gives you dried prime meat, which carries basically the same benefits as regular prime meat. It just lasts longer and has slightly worse stamina stats on average. It looks to me like you guys want me to undertake a contract. Got it. Ooh, gamey. Maybe I'll be able to bag a bear and get prime meat off the bear. That'd be awesome. I am moving how fast now? Still 550? Yeah, that's pretty good, though. I wonder if I can run down a deer. Yeah, I can kind of keep pace with the large ones. It's pretty good. They might move at about 6 something. So they're a little bit faster than me. Oh, we got more lore unlocked. So wolf. We haven't gotten creature traits yet. And wolves we have the most data on, I think. Oh no, Tyrannus we even have more data. So their critical area is their head, and they're easily aggravated. And because of our progress, I do 1% more damage to them, and resist 1% more damage from them. It's tiny, tiny, tiny bonuses. I did reset my bestiary stats prior, because they're like account wide, as is currency. But with that said, it's not like a big bonus. And after I get the water purifier, we'll undertake a contract. So that I can flex on enemies. I might make myself a titanium axe before that too, because I'm still using a stone axe, which is like, it's getting kind of silly, if I'm honest. Where are my hunting pets? Oh, yeah, there they are. I don't know what they just killed, but they obviously just killed something next to me. And yeah, this knife has paid off. I've gotten more than a stack of gamey and stringy. So, if I can get bacon, that's the holy trio. The holy trinity of clogged arteries. Or any other prime meat. Basically, all prime meats carry an XP bonus, and then other bonuses. So, fatty, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Just some other prime. And I was expecting there to be boars and stuff, but worst case scenario, I could even go into the snow biome and bag myself a mammoth for their tusk, too. Because the tusks are a guaranteed drop. Oh, a moa. Is that that's the first freaking moa I've ever seen. Which is crazy. So the baby moa can be tamed as the fastest moving mount. But they can't carry much. And it just dropped white meat. And the juveniles aren't targeted by my pets, as you can obviously see. They are just staring at it. Which is freaking nice, because it would be so annoying if you're trying to tame mounts and your pets were like eviscerating. Well, now that I say that, there's moa everywhere. I've seen Arctic moa when I was in the Arctic for the first time, but I have not actually seen regular forest moa. So here we are, forest moa. Everywhere I look. And buffalo, which is awesome, because that is lots of bone, lots of meat. Also, they'll be automatically targeted by my my pets too. So, which is a little weird. It doesn't like follow the rule, because generally speaking, my animals only target things that would otherwise have attacked me. But buffalo don't attack me. But my dogs go and murder it anyway. I don't know why that buffalo are somehow special, but whatever. All right, leveled up again. What was I leveling up? Health. And then carry weight. Sorry, buffalo. You're made of meat and bone. Pronghorn. I wonder if there's a bear around. There's wolves for my my pets to take down. If you're wondering, like, my pets could easily take on a bear, no problem. At this point. Oh, I also got a solo point, too, for leveling. Let's see. 'Tis but a scratch, tier 3. So let's keep heading towards the Arctic. Getting as much bone as I can carry. It's also pretty good experience for my pets, because there's lots of... This is a higher tier region. Not high, but it's a slightly more difficult, so there's more dangerous game. Okay, seriously? You need me to cut the tree because it's blocking you? Pathfinding. Did I get a trophy? Oh, for the MOA? You're right, I did not. I forgot to. I don't have, you can't carry MOA, and I didn't bring my taxidermy knife, so I wouldn't be able to anyway, in hindsight. But I should at some point. At this point, I would also say, like, my base is pretty cozy, and there's diminishing returns to make it more cozy. So it's also, like, it's a nice to have, but certainly not a must. Come on, wolves. Go. There we go. So, getting lots of bone.
Have you leveled up? Hussy leveled up once. And Rag leveled up once. So 2 more levels and they'll be able to graze for their own food. Because I'm a lazy wolf owner. I am sort of hoping to run into a bear. I haven't yet. Maybe we'll get a polar bear. That'd be cool. Pun unintended. Before I go into this biome, pull my thermos, because my current drink chills me. I mean, it's a bit late for that. I should have done it 4 minutes ago. And these are snow wolves now. Yeah, once you get hit around, like, an hour arrested, it's not much higher than that. I'm only at, like... Oh, crap. There's a snowstorm, like, right as I enter. Well, I guess I'll dip out of here for a second until the snow goes away. Because it's not snowing over here. It's very localized. Ah, they found a bear! Get it! So you'll see why I said they had no problem, 100% health and 94% health. They just murdered a level 6. I mean, it's only a level 16 bear, so it's pretty low level bear, but still. Easy peasy. Good job, guys. You're officially bear hunters now. I did kind of want a mammoth tusk before I returned home. For the added benefit of, like, the wind... Oh, you killed them all over here, too. The added benefit of the windfall of the amount of, epoxy that it would make. So I'm going to stick it out here a little bit longer until the storm goes away for that tusk, because the tusk is just a lot of bone. It's 400 bone, or whatever. Yeah, I think it counts as 400 bone. So that would be a huge benefit. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind that this series was streamed as a marathon, so feedback cannot be incorporated. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits, and all the live viewers that turned out for the marathon. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow prospectors.